नमस्कार दर्शकों, आप देख रहे हैं cricket.com और एक बार फिर से जिम्बाब्वे से या साउथ अफ्रीका से गेस्ट हमारे साथ जुड़ चुके हैं। बट द बिग क्वेश्चन, इंडिया की टीम कैसी, हाउ इज द इंडियन टीम, और उससे बड़ा सवाल कि कौन करेगा भारतीय टीम के लिए ओपनिंग, क्योंकि ओपनिंग से ही एक पारी की शुरुआत कर दी जाती है, नींव रख दी जाती है। Opening in T20 cricket is one of the most important things because they get to utilize the power play. They get to play the entire overs. They're the only people here who have the time to settle in. तो ऐसे में कौन करने वाला है भारतीय टीम के लिए ओपनिंग, ये बात है बड़ी। बट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, व्हाट डू यू थिंक? वेलकम टू द शो। एंड व्हाट डू यू थिंक हु शुड ओपन फॉर टीम इंडिया? एंड आफ्टर दैट बाकी टीम्स भी हैं, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, न्यूजीलैंड, साउथ अफ्रीका, इनके ओपनर्स भी बहुत ही शानदार रहे हैं। सो आई वुड ऑल्सो लाइक टू आस्क यू दैट व्हिच टीम हैज द बेस्ट ओपनिंग पेयर, बट फॉर नाउ who
India.
is opening for India?
Obviously, I'll be the controversial one, and I will choose opening partnership between Rohit and Virat.
Virat.
So
Okay.
obviously, not a lot of people agree with this, but in my thinking, because they are going to the US and West Indies. Obviously, the West Indies pitches, they are fully much aware. They've played T20, Test cricket, everything they've played there. They understand the pitches. But for the US, no one has ever played there. The stadiums are fairly new, like brand new. So you need someone who has so much experience up front. Because it's pointless to have Jaswal come in and then go out because he doesn't understand what is required of him in that particular pitch.
Okay.
But you have people like Virat, very experienced, and just by playing maybe a couple of balls, maybe two or three balls, he understands what's needed of him. If they need to slow down, they slow down. These are two people with so much experience. If they need to accelerate, so be it. But I think what will be best for Team India is to have Virat Kohli start first until they understand the innings and the pitches rather. Once they understand how the pitches work, then they can switch to have Jaiswal come in. But for now, for the
फॉर
best
नाउ तो
of
इनका
India.
मानना ये है कि देखिए, यूएस की पिचेस ना जानता नहीं है, यहाँ कोई बड़ा वर्ल्ड कप तो हुआ नहीं है, कोई बड़ा टूर्नामेंट तो हुआ नहीं है, एंड ज्यादातर प्लेयर्स को यहाँ खेलने का एक्सपीरियंस भी नहीं है, एंड स्टैट्स भी पूरे नहीं है। आप किसी पिच की एनालाइज तो कब करोगे ना, जब पिच पे मैचेस होंगे। सो व्हाट शी मीन टू से इज कि जब ऐसा हो जाएगा तो अब आप क्या करेंगे, अपने सबसे एक्सपीरियंस दो खिलाड़ियों को उतारेंगे कि भैया विराट जाइए, रोहित शर्मा जाइए, आप देखिए कि क्या सही से एनालाइज, क्या क्या सही टोटल है, किस टाइप की विकेट है, क्या सही रन बनने चाहिए। एंड इवन द माइंडसेट, इफ यू बैटिंग फर्स्ट, देन every day you want to score a 220,
Yeah.
but that does not happen. So you
Exactly.
need to understand that okay, this is a 170 wicket, I need to slow down right now and build the innings. So उस पॉइंट के हिसाब से, क्योंकि ये देखिए आईपीएल से सोच के आप ये मत देखिए कि ऐसे मतलब I'm not also expecting 250 plus totals in the World Cup, just like it's happening in IPL.
We didn't expect 250s in IPL.
IPL
Yes, we expected high scores, but 270 guys.
287.
No one saw that coming. So we in T20 cricket, because it's changing so fast, like everything is changing. So you can't walk in and say, no, it's the World Cup. No one will score. They all surprise you and score 200. And
They will surprise you and score 200. But
yeah.
in your opinion, who should open for Team India?
I'll go to the safer option. I think I'll use a bit of a logic there. I think it should be Rohit and it should be Jaiswal. Now,
तो यहाँ कह रहे हैं रोहित और जायसवाल ओपनिंग करनी चाहिए, यहाँ कह रहे हैं रोहित और विराट ओपनिंग करनी चाहिए। आपको क्या लगता है? लेकिन उससे पहले इनकी जरा जान लेते हैं क्यों ऐसा सोचते हैं।
yeah, and I think part of my reasoning as well, the number three batsman, in our opinion, just like you said, you have to understand the assignment because you don't know, especially like we talked about it initially, like if Virat goes in and it's an early wicket, you've just lost a very big piece on your chessboard, right? If he comes in at number three, even if you get a wicket in the first over, or maybe coming in the fifth or the sixth, Virat understands the assignment. He knows, and like you said, whether that's now I've got to accelerate, I've got to come and stabilize, bring a bit of calmness into it. He can do it in that thing, and I think it's like how we have group assignments, right? And this is pretty much what it is, right? It's a big group assignment. Team India is coming in together. Sometimes maybe you might not start off the best. You need somebody who's got that levelness. So I think for the levelness that we're talking about, I think we're not giving Rohit enough credit, because I think he should be the one in that opening pair. If he sees whatever he's seeing, because he's probably going to face the first ball anyway, he can then sort of help set that tone. And then Jaiswal, he just needs to come in and just do what he does, and then I think they will
इन्होंने
be.
बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रोल कहा कि ये चाहते हैं कि जायसवाल और रोहित शर्मा साथ में ओपन करें, और उसका रीजन ये है कि देखिए जायसवाल अगर आउट हो भी जाते हैं तो कोहली तो है ना भैया। अगर आप कोहली और रोहित दोनों को ओपन करने उतार देते हो और खुदा ना खास्ता आउट हो गया उनमें से एक भी खिलाड़ी, मान लो कोहली आउट हो गया, फिर डिपेंड किस पे करोगे? यू हैव नो वन टू डिपेंड ऑन, and that's the reason that Virat Kohli should be at number 3, and it's his position. He's played there all his
Yes.
life. So ये बात जो कह रहे हैं कहीं ना कहीं मैं भी इनसे सहमत हूँ. I'm sorry, I'm saying that I agree with him more than I do with
Well,
him.
let me continue with my level of thinking. So I said he should come in with that experience and study and understand the pitch, right? But if you're to also understand it, you're walking into a wicket that you're not familiar with. Power play has the best bowlers in the world. Every team will field their best bowlers in power play.
Power play.
So you're fielding your best bowlers in power play. You're playing in a wicket that you're not aware of.
Okay.
What good does it do one for one and then Virat Kohli comes in?
It doesn't do any good, but if that 1-for-1 happens and
Yes.
Virat Kohli is batting, that's way worse.
Then we start with Kohli instead to avoid that 1-for-1 and then have someone more experienced stabilize the innings, and then when those deadly bowlers are gone after power play, he is free to lose that wicket and say Jas will come in, or whoever, Shubman Gill at 3, whoever comes in at 3 will be at liberty to hit the other bowlers who normally bowl in the middle.
I still don't agree because I think
I'm the controversial one.
She's the controversial one. Look, I see where you're trying to come from, but again, this is it's win or go home, pretty much. It's win or go home. If you had like the freedom of like, okay, this kind of like IPL, this 2 months, and you can try it out and see. Look, you're gonna come a point in time where who knows? We might talk about it a little later on, but in the group games, maybe you come across an island suddenly, poof, you lose a couple of key wickets early on, and things aren't looking as well.
Things aren't looking as good, but ये एक और बहुत बढ़िया सवाल मैं इनसे पूछना चाहूँगा. I'd like to ask you another question regarding to this. But the way you said, and it's brought me to that point. You're saying that okay, we should open with विराट and रोहित और विराट से अगर ओपन कर भी लेते हैं तो इनका ऐसा मानना है कि देखिए विराट कोहली जल्दी विकेट गिरने नहीं देंगे. He'll not let the early wicket fall. And 6-7 ओवर जब खतरनाक बॉलर्स निकल गए तो फिर यशस्वी जायसवाल आ जाए नंबर 3 पे कि आप मार लो. But another crucial challenge that we'll face, India will surely go to the Super 8. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that.
No doubt.
The problem will come either in Super 8 or in the semi-final or in the final.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's different.
Again, in the Super 8, I don't think it will be a problem for Team India. There might be, because Super 8 teams can come up. But again, it's Super 8, it's T20 cricket. But when you come to semi-finals and final, so eventually the Indian batsman will only be tested a number of times. And that might come as a shock. And that has happened previously. In T20 World Cup, in the T20 World Cup, the last one, India went to the semi-finals. Convincingly, no doubts about anything.
Yeah.
Straight away, the batting collapses.
Yeah.
The bowling is not ready to defend
None
160,
whatsoever.
and you lose a one-sided match with 10 wickets.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'll give you an interesting fact. Do you know the last wicket taker for India in knockout matches
Yes.
in T20 World Cup was by who?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know that start.
The answer is Virat Kohli.
Really?
Yeah,
Virat.
Virat.
Virat took a wicket?
Virat was the last person to take a wicket
What?
in T20 World Cup knockouts for India.
What?
This is the last time they played the semi-final. We lost by 10 wickets. Didn't qualify
Then you
before
out,
that.
yeah.
And now let's go back to 2016. And it was
So-
India versus West Indies, and we lost the semi-finals.
So now I think maybe we now have to come back down and say, what is it that is needed for Team India to actually get a grip of this? Because normally Team India is so close but yet so far.
Yet so far,
So-
close yet
Very close.
इतनी पास आते हैं पर दूर रह जाते हैं. Unbeaten in the 23 World Cup, but yet so close yet
Yeah.
so far.
And they have a squad, they have the agility, they have the batters, the bowlers, everything. But in this case, I think Team India is up for something worse. We spoke about openers not only from India, but from across the globe, particularly those that we are sure or that we think are going to make it to the top eight. So if you're to look at it, England has Phil Salts and Johnny Bairstow. We see what they're doing in the IPL right now. They might pose a threat as well, not only to Team India but to everyone that they face. And then if you're to look at Australia will definitely have Travis Head and David Warner. So I'm not sure about Warner's form right now because in the IPL he hasn't been performing quite well. But also we can't base the whole argument and say because he hasn't been performing well in the IPL, maybe in the world. This is a totally
तो
different
जायसवाल पे
stage.
जो सवाल लग रहे हैं कि उन्होंने बैटिंग में इतने रन नहीं बनाए हैं शायद इसी वजह से the questions raised on him because of his current form in the Indian Premier League. But apart from that, he's a fantastic batsman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
the change that he'll bring ना, I honestly I feel that a righty lefty combination. मेरा ये मानना है, मैं अपना बता रहा हूँ. रोहित शर्मा है, यशस्वी जायसवाल है, righty lefty combination. Rohit Sharma will attack. Yashasvi Jaiswal will also attack.
Yes.
And when you ask for stability, we have Virat Kohli, the best person known for stability in cricket, in ODI cricket, T20 cricket, Test cricket.
You
He
name
can do
it.
it. You name it, he can do it there. And then you have your batsman further down there. But for now, आप किसको opening जोड़ी में देखना चाहते हैं? For her, it's Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. For him, it's Yashasvi Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma. And for me also, it is Yashasvi Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma.